Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Krafting the Craft with me, Ori's Oasis. Now y'all know I couldn't make black eyed peas without making some collard greens, right? This is a simple, easy, delicious recipe for prosperity. So let's get into it. So in case you didn't know, collard greens is all about the broth. You get the broth right, and collard greens will be perfect every time. So to start the broth, I am using smoked turkey wings. First of all, I have enough pork and my black eyed peas, so I decided to use smoked turkey wings for to get the broth started for the greens. I'm not cooking the greens in this pot. I'm just using this to get the broth going because my other pot that I'm cook the greens in actually burns kind of. It's a whole. Don't worry about it. It's a whole situation. Okay. So here I'm putting. I done cleaned. I done washed off. Because we wash everything around here. I done washed them off. Put them in a pot. I'm going to add water, and I'm also going to add seasoning. I'm sorry. Now a lot of people, they just boil this and then they put the meat in the other pot and then they add chicken broth. I don't. I mean, you can, but to me, if you season this right, you don't need the chicken broth. Save the chicken broth for something else. This is your broth. Okay, so what I added was the kitchen bouquet, Worcestershire sauce, and some hickory smoke. Hickory liquid smoke. I love hickory liquid smoke. Now I don't know everything that's in Worcestershire, whatever. I don't know everything in that sauce. I don't know everything in the kitchen bouquet, but I do know that hickory smoke, the hickory wood, is actually good for abundance, but it's also good for patience and learning how to kind of go with the flow. And then here I'm adding, paprika, which you'll see and everything, garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, and then I'm gonna let it boil and boil down until the meat softens up and starts to come off the bone. So here the meat has been coming to a boil for about an hour, about an hour and a half, I believe. It really takes about 2 hours to really cook this down. Just let it do what it do. The magic's going to happen. Okay, let it do what it do. Let the magic happen. That's all you gotta do. And just let it boil down. I think I let it boil down for about maybe 2.5 hours, mainly because I didn't put slits in the meat or whatever, because I wanted to fall off the bone I wanted to fall off the bone when it gets in the other pan, basically. So yeah, once you get the broth right, everything else goes so easy. It's just, I don't know what else to say about that. I don't know what else to say about it. You don't need to add any extra canned chicken broth or whatever. You have your broth right here. Once you get this boiled down to a good, get that flavor out of the meat, and then add some extra seasonings. Okay, so I'm gonna let this boil down a little more, and then we're going to transfer it to another pan. Okay, first off, let me apologize on the camera angle. Looky here, y'all. This is why I don't do many food videos of me actually cooking on the stove. I gotta look. I can't make the camera angle work right for me. So I apologize for if the camera angle's off for anybody. Um, but yeah, also I did not show how to cut or clean the greens because there's plenty of videos that show you how to cut and clean the greens, and two, the greens that I bought were already cut, so all I had to do was clean them, and I was not about to rig and jig a camera up over the sink to show you how to clean something that you can find on the internet. But make sure you clean your greens. Okay, here I have 2 onions and about, I want to say 10 cloves of garlic, 10 nice sized cloves of garlic. Look, y'all, I love garlic, okay? Onion, again, is, this onion, I particularly use 2 sweet onions to sweeten the prosperity up. We all know the collard greens are for prosperity. And I wanted to sweeten, bring the sweetness to it, that element of attraction with the onions in this particular recipe. And then the garlic, the garlic is to keep it cleansed, the garlic is keep it protected. So that's that. So it's about not about two, it's 2 medium-sized onions and about 10 garlic cloves. And I actually cooked it down with a little bit of bacon fat. Whenever my husband makes bacon fat, he saves the bacon fat for occasions like this when I decide to go full soul food on them. And even though I am using the smoked turkey legs, I went ahead and used the bacon fat, threw a little of that in there. Why not add some more flavor? So here I am putting in the turkey legs, the smoked turkey legs. Look at that. They already start to fall off the bone. And as they cook with the greens, they're going to, you'll see, they're going to fully fall off the bone. Now this, and now I'm pulling in the broth. See that juicy, look at that broth. Why would you not use that broth? It makes no sense not to use this broth. But to this, as a broth, I don't remember if I add my seasons in now. No, I do add some seasoning now, I believe. And I'm going to let this, got the onion powder. Again, I season my seasonings, so don't be talking me. Onion powder, garlic powder. We already explained what onion and garlic is. Um, Black pepper, salsa for protection, hot water off the evil eye. Red pepper flakes, speed things up, but also for protection. That is, what did I pour in there? Oh, that's the vinegar. Apple cider vinegar and regular vinegar. This is to give it a little tang, just a little tang. I like vinegar in my greens. And then there's a little bit of sugar. You don't taste the sugar, but that's just the balance of everything. I already told you I put paprika in everything. That is ground thyme. Thyme is also for money. A little more liquid smoke, hickory smoke, so we can roll with it. A little more Worcestershire, whatever. Mix it up, and I'm going to let that come to a boil before I start putting my greens in. Guys, look at it. Look at this liquid gold. Oh. Now here I'm putting in my greens. And like I said, they already cut. All I had to do was wash them. They're actually already pre-washed because I had them in the freezer. Brought them home, washed them real good with the vinegar and salt, and put them in the freeze frozen. So I just defrosted them and gave them another quick wash with vinegar, and now I'm putting them in there. I have the water boiling now, but because these greens are still kind of cold, that's the only reason why I have the temperature so high. Now, once I get all my greens in there, and it comes to back to a semi-boil, I'm going to turn it down and let it simmer. I just need to bring the temperature back up. So that's what you see me doing, adding greens. I'm adding a lot of greens. For those who don't know, I got a family of 5 who love to eat. So we don't make things in small batches, okay? No, we do not. So yeah, I don't know how you want to rationalize. Ooh, child. Ration that down to a smaller portion. But hey, that ain't, the math is on you. I'm just showing you what to do. The math is on you. Okay. Now, green, you can't have black eyed peas without greens, so I had to add greens. And yes, I did make my cornbread. I didn't show you how to make cornbread because that's for another video down the line. And cornbread's not that hard to make. And if you can't make it, just buy the box stuff. It's cornbread. But yeah, so I'm putting all the greens in. I'm going to let it come back up to a kind of a, more of a, not a full boil, but more of a simmer. And then I'm going to turn it down and let it slowly cook. And once it's slowly cooked, let the magic happen. Now, in letting it slowly cook, don't forget that you should be going back over and saying your prosperity prayers over this. Don't just cook it and leave it and go, boom, it's done. No, 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 no. This is crafting the craft. So we do more. While this is an easy recipe, all you got to do is come every 30 minutes or so, say a couple of prayers over it, put the lid back on it, stir it up, and keep it moving. Okay? That's what we do to bring in the prosperity around here. So yeah, I'm just putting the rest in. Again, I'm going to bring it to a boil. Well, like a little bit less than a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm going to let it simmer for about 2.5 to 3 hours. I think I went over to like 3.5, almost 4 hours because I was doing other stuff. But yeah, that's what I do. And then I'm just showing you the pieces that I took out. The pieces that I missed when, I don't like those long pieces like that. But the pieces that I missed when I originally cleaned it, I just took them out. But yeah, that's that, guys. And I'll come back when it's done to show you exactly. Whew. Can you just smell this? Can you smell? I can smell this right now. It's so. I'm about to go get me another bowl. Have it, your New Year's prosperity collard greens. Look at that. That just looks. I'm going to get a second bowl right now. Yep, I surely am. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like, give a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. As always, stay blessed to be a blessing and have a prosperous New Year's.